What's going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to Release Day Unboxing for May 8th, 2012. This is the first Release Day unboxing in a couple weeks. Haven't really been many retail releases as of late. Last week, I was going to get Sniper Elite V2 from retail release, but unfortunately, there were just problems with shipping or whatever that whole controversy was, that the game did not get into stores on release day. So I ended up playing it over Steam on the PC. But this week, it's going to be a simple one. We've got one retail release, which is fine because it's a short week for me. We've got StarHawk, and this is the direct sequel, the successor to Warhawk. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Warhawk, Warhawk is a series that has been on the PlayStation for quite some time. In fact, Warhawk was on the PlayStation 1. Vehicle combat, third-person shooter, really with a multiplayer focus. And that's not to say that the game does not have a single-player campaign, as I found out after I did my Week in Preview video, and about, I don't know, I'll say a bunch of people messaged me, tweeted me, made threads about it on my forums that this game actually has a single-player campaign and I shouldn't skip it. So I do know that, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that after we do the unboxing. So, pretty interesting because Warhawk on the PlayStation 3 was actually one of the first major multiplayer games on the PlayStation 3, and actually became a huge hit. Everyone pretty much, if they've had a PlayStation 3 that first year when it was released, they bought it. I actually purchased my PlayStation 3 later, probably about a year and a half to 2 years into the launch of the system. And I actually did play Warhawk. In fact, I bought that bundle. If you remember, the original Warhawk actually came to bundle with the headset, the PlayStation 3 headset, Bluetooth headset, the official one. And I did have that. But yeah, now here we are several years later. They've got the sequel finally. I think a lot of people have wanted it simply because, you know, Warhawk, a lot of people enjoyed it, and then it kind of just like went to the wayside for several years. Like, wow, are they ever going to follow up? What's going on with this? So here we go, StarHawk. I did play the beta, by the way, and I did enjoy it. For the little bit that I played, I didn't play too much of the beta, but I did enjoy the beta when I played it. So let's get right into it. You got StarHawk Limited Edition, which of course means that you bought the game new. If you buy it used, you won't get all the extras, okay? On the back here, it explains some of the extras that you get for getting the limited edition. There's a Echo Scrapyard Rifter Pack, which means it comes with a Homeworld online lobby. What that means, I have no clue. I guess we're going to find out. Also comes with a Huxley Arden Cyborg multiplayer skin. And then it says Maw of Despair Outcast Pack, which says it comes with an exclusive co-op map. That's right, this game does have online co-op gameplay. That is actually, you know, a major part of it. There's 3 modes: single player, co-op, and then online competitive multiplayer. And then finally, it also comes with a Shade Warrior multiplayer skin. And then, this is pretty cool, the original Warhawk for PS1 as a PlayStation Network download, a theme for your PlayStation 3, and the actual soundtrack. So you get all that stuff just for buying the game new. Of course, plus it has an online pass. I'm sure you have to pay for the pass if you end up getting the game used, yada yada yada. So it makes sense, if you're interested in the game, to buy it new, okay? So taking a look at it, it actually has up to 32-player multiplayer, which is pretty cool, but it also has a 2.5 gigabyte required install, just to warn you, if you do get the game, you're going to need some space on your hard drive saved up for this guy, okay? So we open it up. There's your game disc. Let's actually look behind it because there's some cool art behind it. It actually matches what's on the instruction manual there, okay? You got your instruction booklet, some more promotional art right there, okay? Here's our codes. By the way, I've already entered my codes so I can show them to you. I actually did enter the codes previously before making this video for once. So your online codes. This is all your limited edition code data. Here's your instruction booklet. Pretty basic. explains the controls, which actually there's 3 control schemes, one for when you're on foot, one for when you're in an aircraft, and one for when you're in a vehicle. That's welcome, because when I was playing the beta, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with those vehicles, and I was like fumbling through the menus looking for controls and couldn't find them. So this is going to be very helpful for me when I start playing, and you know, explaining the different game modes and such online, yada yada yada. Pretty basic instruction booklet. So to give you an idea of how I'm going to tackle this game, today is launch day. I will be trying the campaign of the game. From what people are reporting, the campaign is anywhere from 4 to 6 hours long. Being that I'm probably going to suck at it, I'm going to say the campaign is going to be 6 hours long. Yeah, so I'm going to try to tackle that today and learn the basics of the game. As I previously announced in my weekend preview, I will be doing tomorrow on Wednesday fan appreciation with the fans, meaning, and this is really cool too because I actually made a thread on my forums about it. I'll probably link that thread again in the description of this video so that I can reiterate it, but over the course of tomorrow I'll be doing fan appreciation, meaning I want to play with the fans. And I'm going to be doing several different sessions, not just one. Now, I haven't set in stone when exactly I'll be doing these sessions yet, okay? I said as early as 1 p.m., but I don't know. It all depends on what, you know, what I'm doing and if anything comes up tomorrow. But I'll be doing one early afternoon, okay, Eastern Standard Time. So we're talking, you know, 1, 2, 3-ish. Then I'm probably going to do one middle of the afternoon, so around 4, 5, 6-ish Eastern Standard Time. And then probably at night, meaning like 7, 8-ish, you know what I mean? And the cool thing is, from what I've heard, there's actually dedicated servers in this game. Meaning I'll be able to create my own match, password protect the match, set up all kinds of settings. So I could have a match that's entirely flying vehicles. I could have a match that's entirely ground vehicles. I could have a match that's just no vehicles, which would probably be really stupid. But, you know, who knows? I can basically fuck with the matches as much as I want. Create my private match, put in a password so that you need the password to join, and then I can simply tweet, or I can post it on my Facebook and say, alright, server's live, if you want to play, here's the password, join now, and then people from all over the world can just join by adding in the password, which is a lot easier than some other games where I try to do fan appreciation and they don't have this kind of thing, and people are fumbling to try to get into the room, and they're fighting, and people are squatting on the rooms, and they, you know, it's a mess. It's a mess. So I'm happy to hear that supposedly this is the case. I can't wait to see if that is the case. I'm assuming it is, since that's what everyone seems to think. So that's going to be happening on Wednesday. So 2 straight days of StarHawk gameplay coming up, and I hope that people enjoy it. So that's that. That is it for the StarHawk release day unboxing. Pretty simple, like I said, with some more information there about fan appreciation I'll be doing. I hope you'll join me for the fan appreciation if you have the game. I do understand that, you know, internationally not everyone is getting the game right away. The UK seems to get boned the worst. They get it like late in the week, which is kind of silly, and I apologize for that. I don't know what's wrong with the authorities in your country that they do that, or the marketing branches of these game companies that do that. That's kind of silly to me. But yeah, alright, I hope to see you guys online, and I'll see you for StarHawk gameplay this week. Peace.